From Medicaid cuts to tariffs to wars to the Epstein files, Donald Trump supporters have had a lot to put up with, and it feels like things are finally on the verge of collapse.
MAGA hats are off, America First hats are on. Burn, baby, burn. And this is a great representation of what's left of MAGA.
The people of Kentucky, many of them voted for Donald Trump because they thought he'd make paying the bills a little bit easier at the end of the week, and he's just making it harder. I'm seeing small businesses lay people off because of the tariffs on the raw materials that they get, and then Americans put things together and sell them from that. And when a small business is laying somebody off, it's somebody they go to church with. It's somebody who their kids play soccer with. This is going to impact the economy in such negative ways, especially our economy. And then look at what he's doing to critical trading partners like Canada. 22% of our exports go to Canada, or Japan, who he's pushing towards China. Japan invests in Kentucky at a level of almost no other state. You know, the largest Toyota manufacturing facility isn't in Japan, it's in Georgetown, Kentucky.
I'm still of the opinion that this is stuff you can run on. And I know that because Trump just did, and he won the national election on it. And so I don't know why Republicans
would Medicaid cuts, by the way.
He ran on encouraging work, lower taxes,
he did not run on Medicaid
economy.
cuts. And in fact, he told the public falsely that this bill did not cut Medicaid. 67% of independents oppose the big, beautiful bill. The question about will it help the economy, about half of Americans say it would hurt the economy. So I don't know. I mean, I think if Trump ran on Medicaid cuts, he should have acknowledged that that's what this bill did, and he absolutely did not do that.
See, it turns out that when Donald Trump said he was going to fight for working class Americans, what he really meant was he was going to take away your health care to cut taxes for the rich. That's what he really meant. Now, you may remember we were told that this was a different Republican Party. We were told Donald Trump's new GOP cared about working people. But Savannah, you can't claim to be for working men and women when you defund their hospitals and nursing homes. You can't claim to be for working men and women when you defund school lunch programs to help feed little boys and little girls whose hard-working parents are struggling to fill the fridge. You definitely can't claim to be for working men and women when you do these things so you can cut taxes for the richest people in the country. Now, there was a Republican senator with the integrity to oppose this, Tom Tillis of North Carolina. Did y'all see that? He was on the Senate floor. He was pleading with Republicans to do the right thing. Senator Tillis warned that 663,000 North Carolinians will be pushed off Medicaid. He warned that President Trump was breaking his promises. He took a stand and he voted against the bill, and they ran him right out of the Republican Party for it. Now, it took courage, what Senator Tillis did. But among the Republicans who represent Georgia in Congress, no such courage was to be found. Just, yes, sir, no, sir, Mr. Trump.
I just want to say to your audience, there is not a more hard-working president than Donald J. Trump. I witness it with my own two eyes every day. That man is working around the clock. He hardly ever sleeps. He's constantly thinking about not just the problems in our country here, but around this world and how to solve them. And look at what he's done on the world stage with bringing peace to the Middle East, with drawing Russia and Ukraine to actually talk directly for the first time in this war in years. We see what's happening with the hostages coming out of Gaza, and he's going to keep pushing until every last hostage is out. This is a president who is a peacemaker in chief, and it cannot cannot be overstated how successful the first 6 months of this administration have been thanks to the leadership of President Trump.
It was a promise to the American people to take care of you if you were having problems financially or if you were having an issue because you were older and needed health care. And it changed the country in a good way for many reasons. But we're all in it together, Stuart, which means we'll be there for you, the American people, when you need help with Medicaid and Medicare. But you've got to stay healthy as well. Be vital. Do the most you can do to really live up to the potential, your God-given potential to live a full and healthy life. And, don't eat carrot cake. Eat real
That's
food.
what you've given me.
I know. This is a little bit of a wink, but I was jokingly calling this the Maha Medi-cake. But of course, I couldn't find a healthy cake, so I bought the closest thing, a carrot cake.
Well, just leave it right there. We'll take care of it.
I'm sure you will.
We go to Travis in South Dakota. Hello, Travis.
Hi, Glenn. Hi, Jason. I tell you what, guys, I feel really betrayed, and I feel really, really angry. We have a president who tells us to move on from Epstein because it doesn't matter. Are you guys still talking about this seriously? And yet he still talks about the 2020 election fraud. He talks about the Hunter Biden laptop. He talks about all this stuff from 5-6 years ago, and he tells us to move on from the Epstein trial or the Epstein case. People like me will not stop talking about this. I feel so betrayed and so angry. This is not what I voted for. If we do not stand up for the children of this country, we have nothing. We have absolutely nothing. And I tell you what, I've also lost a lot of respect for a lot of people that are prominent figures in this country because they are saying, you know what, this doesn't matter. Like Carrie Lake came out on Saturday. She's like, you know what? What really matters is election fraud and post-election fraud. It's like, you know what? The children of this country really, really matter. How can we just sweep them under the rug and not care?
But there are other social media influencers like Benny Johnson and the like who took to Twitter X over the weekend, really trashing President Trump, which we never see before, accusing him of hiding things, accusing him of not being honest about this list. And Trump's efforts to try to quell this storm, his Truth Social post, nearly 1,000 words over the weekend, did exactly the opposite. I mean, Truth Social, let's remember, this is a Donald Trump created and owned platform. This is the first time I've ever seen him be ratioed, meaning he got more comments, in this case, almost overwhelmingly negative comments than he got likes and approval, stamps of approval for that post. There's real anger here. And as you noted, Joe, his post had so many, suggesting that there was no list, but yet it was written by the Democrats. He was talking out of both sides of his mouth. And I'm told, back to you guys here, there's some real panic in the White House right now. A lot of people have gone quiet. A lot of people have gone dark, but they recognize, those that are talking recognize right now, this is a problem.
Donald Trump's supporters are gradually waking up to the reality of what his policies mean in the real world. All along the way, the MAGA movement has relied on sound bites and catchphrases to make what are horrendously unethical and unconstitutional ideas palatable to their base. But sound bites are deliberately vague. Trump's policies will have a catastrophic impact on all of America, but particularly red states, which depend disproportionately on government programs. And that's not vague, that's specific. Specific people will be hurt. And between the Epstein files disaster and the incoming storm of people realizing they voted not just against their interests, but potentially against their own survival, expect more and growing MAGA rage. Here's hoping they pick appropriate targets for their wrath.